We have a pretty major update on Ronda Rousey's future in professional wrestling. Could she be headed to AEW? I'm going to tell you what we know right now. I'm Omer Q for Real Take Wrestling. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Okay, of course, the big news from just this past Friday night, Ronda Rousey showed up at an AEW show during an ROH taping, but an AEW show in an AEW ring to compete on Ring of Honor TV. It was a pretty blockbuster thing that kind of went under the radar, given that we had Full Gear. We have Survivor Series coming up as well this coming week. So it was like the talk of the town for like that night, and then everyone kind of moved on to the Ospreay news. But this Ronda Rousey thing is big, and now we have learned, according to Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said that Ronda Rousey, as of right now, left the business due to family reasons, and right now is not looking to commit to a full-time schedule. However, he did note that AEW could, quote, use her anytime, unquote, if she did want to do more work. We know that Ronda Rousey, of course, did not just make an appearance on Ring of Honor. She also made an appearance at a Wrestling Revolver show, teaming up with now AEW talent Marina Shafir, 1/4 of the 4 horsewomen of MMA. So there's those connections there with Marina Shafir. The fact that she's already wrestled and showed up and was backstage at an AEW show and competed for ROH, which is a company that Tony Khan owns and is running basically at this point in conjunction with AEW as their default developmental. I think it creates a path forward here for Ronda Rousey to come into AEW and work a program. I don't think that she will be on the road 352 weeks out of the year. I don't think that's going to happen. However, if she feels like there's a program out there with someone who is big enough for her to do that, and bigger thing is if she feels like this is something she wants to do. I think one of the things that people kind of like look at Ronda Rousey at and they say is like, oh, well, like she's only going to do things if it's big time. She's only going to do things if like, if it's going to draw big money. When the reality is Ronda Rousey at this point isn't doing professional wrestling for money. She has all the money in the world. And I believe this is something that's been reported as well. Like her main motivation at this time does not seem to be, I need to get more money. I think her main motivation is, I like pro wrestling. People forget, she is a legitimate fan of professional wrestling. She loves doing this. When she came in 2018 and signed her contract and did her thing where she showed up at the Royal Rumble, you could see the excitement, the adulation on her face. And now we're like, of course, her second run in WWE was not as good. We can say it plainly. It was not as good as her initial run, and that's okay. It's due to a multitude of factors. I think the major one being the creative that they gave her when she did return. I don't think it was the right creative to give someone of Ronda Rousey's caliber and given where she was as far as the fan support goes. But with AEW, right, if it's just a matter of, hey, we have a big show coming up. Let's say it's Double or Nothing, Las Vegas, UFC country. Maybe you work a tag team match with Marina Shafir and somebody else. Maybe like there's so much you could do here. And the other thing is that people don't realize is not only if she does like do a program or do a series match with AEW, it will elevate whoever is in the program with her. Like just the idea of her doing a face-to-face with Athena elevates Athena. Because people are like, oh, wow, wait, Ronda Rousey and Athena are doing a thing? Like, it elevates her. It elevates the talk about women's wrestling, which is good. Granted, right, I'm not saying that, oh, we need more of this in the women's division. I think the AEW women's division could just use better booking overall, but that's besides the point, right? We're talking about just excitement. This builds excitement. And if you look at like the excitement that right now Athena has, if you look at, what could be possible with another tag team, if they have like another tag team that they're wrestling with her and Marina Shafir, that tag team is going to be elevated. Marina Shafir is going to be elevated because she is being seen with Ronda Rousey. She's running with Ronda. Like, don't discount these things as if they don't matter, because they do. At the end of the day, professional wrestling television, the goal is to get as many eyeballs as humanly possible on the product. And you're telling me that Ronda Rousey won't at least help do that in the short term? You're lying to yourself. Just saying. Now, as far as look, she may not be ready to commit to a full-time deal, and I don't think she probably should, because Ronda Rousey is an attraction. Much like Brock Lesnar, much like Andre the Giant was, she is an attraction. While it was great that she had that initial run in WWE where she's dominated and proved that, yeah, I can dominate here for a year if I want to. Like, I can do it easily. While that was good, I think her second run was marred with the fact that she did not feel as special, and she was not presented as special the second time around. And if you're AEW or you're any other wrestling company that she decides she wants to work with, that's what you're going to have to make her feel like. You're going to have to make the presentation of Ronda Rousey feel special. I hope the AEW could do that. We will see, but right now I think there is a path for Ronda to go to AEW. I want to hear from you, though. What do you guys think? Do you want to see her in AEW? Would you rather she just does one-off indie spots in Ring of Honor, Wrestling Revolver, GCW, wherever? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't already done so, though, be sure to smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Until next time, keep it real.